guys. How's it going, everyone? Hold on, just gotta move out here. I'm just down here, just getting this hot air balloon set up. Oh, while I'm at it, let's put this here. All right. How are you doing, everyone? Let's see who's here. Small, welcome. Ann Im, Lauren Wilson, Kate June. Welcome, you guys. Let's see who else is here. I saw someone say that they are they're watching this from the government quarantine facility. That's pretty funny. But yeah, oh, Lifer Rhymes. Hey, Life Rhymes. I always keep reading it as Lifer Himes. Small asks, when does the curriculum thing start again? Good question. Well, it hasn't started yet. Oh, I see what you mean. Again, as in tell me again. That will be this Friday. So you'll get the first, I think I'll do the first 10 episodes all at once. So you don't have to like wait to get past hunger and get started. It'll be completely from the very beginning. So you might not need it. If you're already, if you're in today's lesson, you're probably above the level that most of the videos are going to be for. But still, yeah, you can still catch it on Friday. Let's welcome everyone else. Oh, Secretive. Hey, Secretive. How's it going? We'll get started really soon. So, you see, today is Mother's Day, right? You all know it's Mother's Day. I hope you do. I wanted to surprise my mom. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a trip to go see my mom, but it takes a long time to drive. So I figure it's much faster if I just fly in this hot air balloon, right? So the only thing is it still takes a couple hours to get there. So while I'm waiting, you know, I'm flying anyway. Might as well do some Korean class while I'm in the air, I figure. I think our altitude's going a little bit low, guys. Hold on. I think I have to fix something. Hold on. Okay, can I get this? There we go. Okay. We're good. All right. I was worried because our altitude was going down, so we just got to get some more height, and then we'll be good to go. Just got to get a little bit higher, and then we'll start the lesson. Let's check here. Okay. I think that's good for now. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, we're good. So yeah, we'll get started in just a moment. First, we have some announcements. If you are a Patreon member, make sure to pick up the worksheet for today's live stream. You can already get it, and you can do some practice with that. It has a bit more higher level questions than what we're going to be doing today. So if you look at it and you're like, I don't understand anything, it's more intermediate level. So if you want something a little bit higher, a little bit more difficult, check out the worksheet for today's lesson. Also, once this lesson has finished, you'll be able to download this full outline of everything we're doing with all the questions, all the explanations, everything on it. Also, another few quick announcements. Just again, we of course have merchandise. Let me pin that. Let's see. Let's pin. Which one should we pin up this time? Let's do the. I can't do a sweater. It's not the right weather for a sweater, but maybe a t-shirt. Yeah, let's pin that. Okay. Yeah, so there's some new merchandise you can check out just in case you didn't know. Also, make sure to join our Discord channel for any updates for future lessons or live streams or anything like that. And someone else, Small, asked earlier, but I'll tell you guys again, starting on Friday. So this Friday, we will be getting a new video series. It's going to be every week. I'm thinking about doing 2 videos every single week in addition from this series. So we'll still get 3 videos a week for a while. 2 of them will be episodes of this new curriculum that I'm putting together. It's going to be about 100 episodes or maybe more. We'll see. And it's going to be starting from the very beginning, so nothing, and going up to if you're familiar with it, the CEFR scale, like A1 or A2, basically like low conversational level. So it's like, it's within the beginner level, but it's kind of able to have conversations. So yeah, it's just going to be a brand new series, kind of like a textbook, but it's going to be in video form, completely free, hosted by me, filmed, edited, everything by me. So yeah, look forward to that this Friday. You'll get the first 10 episodes on Friday. Welcome, Ahimong. Okay. yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I've never done a video. That's not really true. I've done some videos before. I've never done like I should say I haven't done like a curriculum type of thing before. So it'll be a new experience for me too. Get to try, I already have my textbook, so I've already made lessons in order, but this is a time for me to make something that's free. So yeah, and I've wanted to make this for a long time. I want to make a lot of stuff. I have a lot of projects I'd like to make if I had more time. This is one of them. I've wanted to make a video curriculum that's free for everyone for a very long time. So yeah, I started doing it. I already have the first 20 episodes filmed, and the first 10 are already edited. And yeah, that's also what I want to say. So if you're wondering if I'm going to be uploading 2 a week, does that mean you're not going to see the end of this series until like next summer or 2 years down the road? No, my goal is to have it completely uploaded before the end of the year. So whether that means that I have to just drop out a bunch of them later, for right now, it's just going to be the first 10, and then we'll do 2 a week, and then we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll go up to 3 a week. And yeah, we'll hopefully have it all done by the end of this year so that you can watch the entire 100 or so episodes. And then, if your friends want to learn Korean, you can just send them to there to start, just to be an extra resource you can use. All right. First live for me. Welcome, TLRRC5. I actually learned about Daemune today. That's great. Yes. For today's lesson, so we'll get started in a few minutes. We're still early. We'll start right at 2 o'clock. For today's lesson, there are some prerequisites. Now, today is an intermediate level lesson. If you're not quite sure if you're intermediate, you should really be familiar with all of these already. If you don't know how to use these 3, you are probably not in intermediate yet, and it's probably not a good lesson for you, but you're still welcome to listen. 때문에, 니까, as in like, 하기 때문에, 하니까, 하다, 해서, 서. So these 3 forms also can mean because. Now, Korean actually has many ways to say because, many more than this. Korean has so many ways to say because, and they're all a little bit different. We also did 느라고, 타세, and a few others. And then there are some other forms that mean because literally, but not in translation. So yeah, but I know that there are going to be people asking me questions about what's the difference between this form and today's form. Well, I will be kind of talking about that in this lesson, but if you don't already know these forms, you will not be able to understand that explanation. So you have to already know these, or you won't be able to know how today's lesson differs from these words, which also mean because. Because the 2 forms we're using today, 기에 and 기래, also mean because. They work a little bit differently though than these, but you must first know these before you can learn these new ones, or else it won't quite make sense. So yeah, 때문에 is a very standard way of saying because, 니까 and 서, and they all have their different roles. If you don't know the difference between these 3, quick, go to my channel in my playlist for my abridged live stream videos. You can watch an abridged live stream in 10 minutes and learn all 3 of these. So go do that, and if you do that and come back, you'll only miss the first 5 minutes of today's lesson. So yeah, you can learn them right now really quick if you want. There are some specific rules when you can and can't use each one. Just make sure that you're aware of these before today's lesson. So really important prerequisites for today. Oh, and then the other thing, Zilly Nikki, hey. Some of you guys, now not a lot of you, but 3 or 4, I think, and then next month there will be a few more. After 3 more months, some of you guys will have been members since I first started these live streams almost 2 years ago. So you'll see that after a few months, you'll see some people have different icons. There is a new icon that will be for 24-month subscribers. So people who have been a YouTube member of my channel for 2 full years will get the coveted special Charsu member badge. It's Charsu's face. So yeah, I saw that. I saw my member list. I'm like, wow, some people have been here for 20 months, 19 months, 18 months, like that. So there's going to be some Charsu faces coming up in a couple more months. Okay. Nice, secretive. Yeah, thanks for the link. Yeah, if you go watch those, Bae1 asks about 덕분에 and 탓에. I also have a lesson about that, so check that out in my live stream list as well. Yes, those both can mean because as well. What about me, Billy? What do I get? Give me a special badge. No, you can't get badges, okay? You are not a member. I can't tell YouTube to put badges on people just because I want to. They don't listen to me up there, you know. I'm the little guy. YouTube, take that complaint to YouTube, okay? Vid, just got here. What's going on? We haven't started yet. We always do a little bit of announcements and just greetings before we get started. We'll start in a couple minutes. I'd love to be a member, but I don't have any money. No worries. You don't have to be a member. You just get some special little badges and you sometimes see like member only posts, but it's not a requirement to participate in these lessons. How to become a member? There should be a little like join button on the bottom of this video for my YouTube channel. And that's the member thing I'm talking about. Ahimong. Yeah, that's true. Ahimong has the wrench badge. Okay. Give me the wrench badge. I don't have a wrench badge. What do I get? I get a check mark. Wow, cool. Good job. Fly is 날다. Yes. Oh, I see you guys are answering quickly. 철수 씨를 만나고 싶다. I want to meet 철수. Okay. It's actually my first time being here. Nice. Does it start at 2? Yes. Which tablet are you using? This is a tablet I actually got like 4, 5, or 6 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago at where's that? Micro Center. Micro Center had a special deal on a Windows 8 tablet or Windows 10 tablet. I don't know. And it was like $100 and it's been really great. It has like a full version of Windows on it. You guys can see it. And yeah, so I use it for like checking all the comments and stuff. It's really good. I like it. Used to be used as my wife's schedule book. So she'd have her like OneNote and schedules and like Excel documents and stuff on here. But then I got her a laptop. So she stopped using this. So then I took it. Now I use it for all my live streams. You became intermediate level in Korean thanks to me? Oh, that's great. I hope I'm not the only one you're using, but that's great to hear. I'm a big fan of the Kangi. All of those have problems though. I don't recommend any of the romanization systems for learning Korean. They'll only hinder you. A bridge class about Tase. Nice. Thanks, Secretive. Jeju dialect videos. Thank you. Not as much interest as I was hoping for, but it's okay. I wanted to make the video anyway. Next time, maybe I'll do like Daegu dialect or something like that. 철수 얼굴 볼 거예요. Finally, I'll see Charsu's face. Yes. Well, you can already see Charsu's face with the member emoticons that we can use. Because we do have access to those member emoticons. Let me see if I can post one. Yes, we can. Can I post this one? Does this work? Okay. Yes. You can already see Charsu there, although they don't animate here. They do animate on my Discord. And yeah, but this will be a member's badge that's a little bit bigger and it's just Charsu's face. So you'll get to see it. All right, so let's get started. Again, prerequisites are 때문에, 니까, and 서. You should know these before today's lesson. We will not be going over them, but I will be mentioning one of them. We're going to be learning about 2 new forms. The first form is 기에. And the way to make it is you take a verb stem and you attach 기에. And you're done. No, that's the easy part. Now, this does mean because. But the first thing people will ask as soon as they hear this is, what's the difference, Billy? If this means because, what's the difference between 기에 and something else like 기 때문에, right? Because 기 때문에 is also made the exact same way. You take a verb stem, you attach 기, and then you attach 때문, and then you can do 때문이다 or 때문에 and finish the sentence like that. So this also means because. So what's the difference between 기에 and 기 때문에? Well, the quick answer, it's the same thing. It's a shortened version of 때문에. So if you're saying 하기 때문에, because someone does something, because hada, because doing. It's the same thing as saying 하기 때문에 or 하기에. They're both the same literal meaning. Now, that doesn't mean they're the same thing, but they're the same literal meaning. 기에, however, is much shorter. And in fact, gets used a lot because it is a shorter version of 기 때문에. You'll see this one used even more often. The other thing, there are a few other differences though. The other thing is that this 때문에 actually by itself, 때문, means a reason or a cause of something. So this is a regular noun in Korean. Now, you're not going to use 때문 by itself. It's only used in this grammar form. But the word by itself means a reason or a cause. So this form has the same meaning as 기 때문에, but it's just a little bit less direct because it doesn't include this additional meaning of directly saying the word reason or cause for something. But other than that, it has the same meaning. So you can think of it as the same thing as 때문에 for the most part. But this 기에 is used more often in writing than 기 때문에. So you can say 기에, you can say 기 때문에, but most of the time when you're speaking, you're going to use 기 때문에. And when you're writing, you'll use 기에. Now, a lot of the things that apply to 기 때문에 still apply to 기에. For example, it's quite formal. It is not slang. So this is not something you would just throw in a sentence when you're talking with your friends. Like, whoa, because I'm tired, 피곤하기에. It sounds formal. It sounds awkward. This is a written form. Remember that. This form is a written form. You will not be speaking it most of the time. However, you can hear this in speech in a few cases. I'll write it down here. You will see this in speech when they're doing, what am I saying this again? You can hear this spoken if somebody is giving a nude news broadcast. If someone's giving a news broadcast, you might hear this because it sounds very formal. It sounds professional. It sounds like a written form. Or if someone is either writing or reading poetry, this is used in poetry. Now, when you're writing poetry, it's really important to get the rhythm correct. So sometimes you might want to cut a word short just to get the rhythm correct. So because of that, 때문에 is quite long, but 기에 is very short and has the same meaning. So these are all of the differences between 기에 and 기 때문에. Once more, it's the same meaning as 기 때문에. Slightly less direct because it doesn't have the word 때문, but the same meaning. It's used most often in writing because it is formal, but you also might hear it in either poetry or news broadcasts. Okay, let's take a quick minute break and I'll check the chat. Politician speeches too. Yes, you could. It's a little bit poetic. Yeah, we're going to talk about kirle next. First is just 기에. kirle is not the exact same thing as 기에. It's different. Songs, yeah, songs are technically poetry, so you can hear it in songs. But even if you hear it in a song, doesn't mean you should use it in speech. So yeah, if you use it, writing. It's a formal written form. Just like 기 때문에 is kind of a formal form for saying because. But it's shorter. News broadcasts really like it. They can convey information very professionally, very quickly. It's so short. And it sounds professional. So a news broadcast might be like, 오늘은 뭐뭐뭐 없기에, blah, 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 like that. It's just a very quick way of saying 기 때문에 that sounds just as formal. So yeah, let's go on. Let's do some example sentences. Oh, and then I should mention, so if you use it, however, if you think, if I use it, what will people think? Because maybe you're weird and you want to use it anyway. Well, people will think you're trying to speak really dramatically or really poetically. It'll sound awkward. Don't do it. Okay, let's do some example sentences. Sometimes I'll tell people like not to use something, but they just they want to use it anyway. Like I'll say, don't say this word, don't say that word. And the very next sentence they'll say it. Go ahead. Just know that it sounds a bit weird. Okay? 한 번 사면. Now, 한 번 literally means once. But it's also used with some sort of suggestion form. So anytime you're saying like once, just once, but you don't really mean one time, you just mean like once. Like just try it once. So then it's written without a space. But if you actually meant to say 한 번 like one time, then you would write it with space. But yeah, so it's written without a space when it's used just to mean like trying something. So 한 번 사면, so if you buy something once, 계속, continually, 사야 하기에. So this would be 하기 때문에. Same meaning. 하기에. 사지, 사다 of course meaning to buy. 사지 않았어요. Okay. 한 번 사면, if you just buy it once, 계속 사야 하기에, because you have to continually keep buying it, 계속. 사지 않았어요. I did not buy it. So if you buy it once, you have to keep buying it. So I didn't buy it. Now this could be something like buy printer ink. You know, you buy it once, you have to keep buying it. So, I just didn't want to deal with that. I didn't buy it. Something like that. If you buy it once, you have to keep buying it. 사야 하기에. So because of that, I didn't buy it. 사지 않았어요. 한 번 사면 계속 사야 하기에, 계속 사야 하기에 사지 않았어요. 한 번 사면 계속 사야 하기에 사지 않았어요. So if you buy it once, you have to keep buying it. Or let's say it the other way. Because if you buy it once, you have to keep buying it. I didn't buy it. Okay, look at that sentence for just a moment. Then we'll go on to our next one. Really straight up. That's how you write this character. Sometimes people just write like this. I mean, whatever. But yeah, if this is the regular way to write it is just write like that. It's really quick. Easy to read, easy to write. Same stroke order. As long as you keep the stroke order, you have a lot of freedom in how you write stuff. That's for my edit later. Okay, let's do the next sentence. Now, these sentences start out a little bit easier, and they'll get a little bit higher level, but not too bad today. Okay. 저만. So, 만, only me. 저만 먹을 수 없기에. 먹을 수 없기에. Because only I cannot eat it, so I can't be the only one who eats it. 저만, only me. 먹을 수 없기에. So other people have to eat it too, not only me. 저만 먹을 수 없기에. 넉넉하게. I'll tell you this. Let's write it down. 넉넉하게 사왔어요. Okay, 넉넉하다 is to be enough of something, to be plenty, to be sufficient. 넉넉하게, adverb, sufficiently, plenty. 사오다, to buy, and then 오다, and then come. So I bought it. Literally, I bought it and came home, but or came here. But that's just what we would say in English. We would just say I bought it, and then judging by the context, we would know you meant in English 사왔어요 in Korean. But anyway, 사왔어요. So I bought it and came here. 넉넉하게, plenty. I bought enough. Sufficiently would be another way to translate this as an adverb. 저만 먹을 수 없기에. I can't be the only one who eats it, so I bought plenty. Like, if I only bought one, then I would be the only person who eats it, right? 저만 먹을 수 없기에 넉넉하게 사왔어요. So, because I can't be the only person who eats it, 넉넉하게 사왔어요. I bought plenty and came home. 없기에. This specific thing here, 없기에. There's nothing special about it as far as what it means, but this is a very common usage of the ending 기에. Specifically, you will often see 기에 attached to 없다, to not exist or to not be. So here, 먹을 수 없기에. Just know that you'll see 없기에 used a lot when it's used with 기에. So it's just a common way that this form is used. So it's nothing special about the meaning, doesn't have a different meaning, just that it's a really common place to see 기에 attach, is with 없다. And you'll hear that in the news all the time. 저만 먹을 수 없기에 넉넉하게 사왔어요. Because I can't be the only one who eats it, I bought plenty. Now, if you're curious already about kirille, it's going to be better. It's going to be the more useful version of this, but it has a different meaning. So, yeah. Don't go too far ahead, though. 한 번, 한. This is the past tense of 하다. 한. Past tense, did. Adjective. 말은. So something that you say, 말, words. 한 말, something that you said once. So something that you just said. 말은. So as for things that you've said, you just say once. Something that you said once. 취소하다. 취소 is to cancel, but that's also what we'd say to take back something that you said. So 취소하다 normally is to cancel, but when it's talking about words, 취소하다 is to take it back. Like, oh, I take it back. I'm sorry, I take it back. I cancel what I said. So they use 취소하다. So 취소할 수, again, we're going to get 없기에. Just letting you know, I didn't purposely put 없기에 in a lot of these examples. It just naturally is something that you hear with this form. 취소할 수 없기에 조심하다, to be careful. 조심해야 해요. Okay. 한 번, 한 말. Words that you've just, or something that you've just said. So something you just said once, 취소할 수 없기에, because you can't take back something that you've said. So if you say something, you just say something. You just, 한 번, just once, you just say something. Well, now you can't cancel it. You can't take it back. So, because of that, 없기에, 조심해야 해요. You have to be careful. You have to be careful because once you've said something, you can't take it back. That's what this sentence means. 한 번 한 말은 취소할 수 없기에 조심해야 해요. 조심해야 해요. So, yeah, and this is the same as 돼요. Just a more formal version of 돼요. So, 한 번 한 말은 취소할 수 없기에 조심해야 해요. Because we can't undo, we can't cancel something that we've said once, we need to be careful. So that's what this sentence means. Okay. Doing good. Next sentence. And this is the last sentence for 없기. Sorry, this is the last sentence for this form. Let's put that there. Okay. And then we're going to do our more useful kirille form. 배움 is the nominalized form of 배우다, to learn. But this means learning. Just the word learning. So in learning, you know, in the concept of learning something, 배움에는 끝 is the end, the finish, the ending. 끝이, here's another one, 없기에, because there is no end in learning. So when it comes to learning, there's no end. You know, you're always learning. There is no end to learning. That's what this means. So because there is no end to learning, 꾸준히. 꾸준히 means continually, as in persistently, steadily, consistently. I just said consistently twice. Steadily, persistently, consistently. One of those three words is fine for translating. Persistently. So 꾸준히 배우다. So 배워야 합니다. So because there is no end to learning, 배움에는 끝이 없기에 꾸준히 배워야 합니다. We need to learn persistently. So we need to continue learning. We need to learn continually. because there is no end in learning. 배움에는, in learning, 끝이 없다. There is no end. 없기에, because there is no end in learning, 꾸준히, so persistently, constantly, continually, like that. 배워야 합니다. We have to keep learning. So because there is no end to learning, we have to keep learning. Well, we have to steadily learn. We have to keep persistently learning, like that. 배움에는 끝이 없기에 꾸준히 배워야 합니다. Okay. That was our last sentence for this form. So how are you guys doing so far? We've just done one of our two forms. We have another form to do. The next form we're going to do is actually more common and I think more useful right away for you. Check the chat. Dude, okay, nice. Okay. Now it's time for our more difficult form. It's not that much more difficult, but there are some more rules for this. Let's go to our next form. 길래. It's made in the same way as 기에. You attach a verb stem, you take a verb stem and you attach 길래. Before we attached 기에, now we attach 길래. What does it mean? Officially. Like if you search it in the dictionary and want to find out what does this word mean? Because if you search different lessons on the internet, you will find people saying different things. And when I was preparing for this lesson, when I prepare for every lesson, I always search other lessons. I search the dictionary. I make sure I'm teaching you guys correct information. Well, this topic was a little bit different. When I searched it, I found many different conflicting sources. Some sources said it's only this. Other sources said, well, yes, but this and this and this. So I searched through all of them and I compiled just the best parts. So I got you some new information that's a little bit more accurate. And it's not the same. It's not quite what you might find on your own searching. So officially, by the dictionary, this form is the same thing as 기에, but casual and spoken. If you search this in the dictionary, what is it? It will say it equals 기에, but is casual and spoken. Okay? But that doesn't really help us, right? Because we know how we can already say because that's casual and spoken. Well, 니까 is already, at least it's not casual, but it's spoken, it's more common, and it's less formal. So what's the difference then between this and our other forms? Well, there are some restrictions with this form that make it quite different than other ways to say because. But the first thing is, it is literally the same thing as 기에, but not in usage. Also, it's used so much more often than 기에 in speech. 기에 is not used in speech. It's used so much more often that if you use 기에 in speech, it just sounds really awkward unless you're doing a news broadcast, like I said, or poetry. This one is fine. So you can use 길래 and have the same meaning as 기에. Also, this can be used at the very end of a sentence. You're not going to be ending a sentence with 기에 because it's a formal word that means because. So because it's a formal form, you're going to be finishing the sentence with some formal endings. You're not going to have a, what do you call that? Incomplete sentence when you're using 기에. With 길래, you can end the sentence if you want. You can say because of something, 없길래 or whatever, 하길래, and then finish the sentence, something else, or you can just say 길래, something 길래, and you're fine too. Well, it's because of that. You don't add anything at the end. You don't add 야, 입니다, 에요, anything. It's just 길래, the end. So this can work with casual sentences. The form itself isn't slang, but it's definitely not a formal form. So you can also use this form to end a sentence. You cannot do that with 기에, or at least you shouldn't do it with 기에 because it'll sound awkward. The other thing is, now, officially I said this is the same thing as 기에, but it wasn't always that way. Until 2011, Kire was officially a wrong version of kie. And the dictionary said don't use it. Schools taught don't say it. They're like, this is wrong. But it just kept getting used so much. And in fact, even when I was living in Korea, 2005, people are using this all the time. The same way they use it today. In 2011, though, they finally gave in and they said, okay, it's official. This is a acceptable, not wrong, acceptable alternate form, casual version of kie. So that's just a little bit of fun history for you guys. And stuff changes all the time. Stuff that might have been wrong before is now acceptable. There's a lot of stuff. I could give some examples, but we don't have time for that today. So that's the main thing. There are a few rules, however, when you're using this form. And I think I could go over the rules first, and then we can do these sentences. So I'll tell you guys the rules. There are a few rules. I'll say that again. Now, there are a few rules when you're using this. You can't just use it in the same way as kie to mean because. There are some restrictions with kire specifically. So, first of all, for both kie and kire, these will not be followed by a suggestion, a command, or future tense. So you're not going to say hagie or hagile, 할까요? This is the kayo. Commands, 하세요, or anything like that, telling someone to do something, or even future tense, 할 거예요. I'm just writing some examples. Something something 길래, something something kie, 할 거예요. Because of that, I'm going to do this. You cannot say that. You would have to use a regular because form instead, such as 니까, for example. These do not go with these other forms. So you wouldn't say because of with these, and then should we do that? Like, oh, it's cold. Should we wear a jacket? Kie and kille are only used to show something that actually happens right now or already happened. I'll say that again. These are only used to say something that's because of something. I am doing something right now. Something is a certain way right now. Or I did something in the past. It's not used to suggest anything for the future. Not to say something that you will do. Not to say something that you're telling someone to do, like do it. Or should we do something like that? Now, if you want to use future tense, you can use the like 요거 하다 form. But you would still conjugate this in the present tense. 하다, 요거 해요. 요거 하고 있어요. Like that. Because it's referring to the present. Like right now I am trying to do this. But you wouldn't use regular future tense with this. You wouldn't make a command, and you wouldn't use a suggestion. So if you want a simpler version of this, instead of writing down all these three, just keep in mind, these are only used when you're talking about the present, something that you will do. Sorry. These are only used when you're talking about the present, something that you are doing right now, or the past, something that you did as a result of, because of something that goes before here. Okay, next thing. There are some differences, though, also between kie and kille. These are just the things they have in common. But besides that, kie can be used for anything else. Kille, however, must be followed by an action, some sort of thing you're doing. Only. So, I am doing something right now in the present, or I do something in general, or I did something because of something. You would not say any descriptive verbs here. There is no cheese because I ate it. That doesn't make sense with kille. You could use that with kie, because I ate it all. There is no cheese. Kie. With kille, however, must use an action, some sort of doing something. You're doing something after kille. Now, there are some cases when that's not necessarily an action verb, but to keep it simple, I'll just say an action. It must be some sort of action that you are doing or that you did because of something. So you're not just going to say, it is cold today because it snowed or something like that. You wouldn't say that. It would be, I am going to wear, no, not I'm going to. It would be, I wore a coat because of something, because it is cold. Something like that. You can use kirire. It has to be an action coming afterward. So it must be used with an action. That's something to keep in mind. Kie has no such restriction. You can use it freely with action verbs or descriptive verbs. Let's see here. The other thing is, okay, let me just check that off that I did that. And one more thing. Most of the time, so you'll have a sentence, which I'll show you. And this, again, this grammar, though, works the same as kie. So we'll do some sentences with it. You have a subject before kirire. Like, let's just say, because my girlfriend, because I said I want to meet my girlfriend, she sent me a photo, right? Two different subjects. With kirire, that's encouraged. Now, you don't have to use two different subjects with kirire, but most of the time, the sentence will sound more natural when there is a different subject before and a different subject after. Let me say that again. Most of the time, the sentence will sound more natural when there is a different subject before and after the kirire form. So in our example we just did, I said I miss my girlfriend. So because of that, because I said I miss my girlfriend, she, my girlfriend, sent me a photo. This would be a common, natural way to do this. You could do something like, because I miss my girlfriend, I went to go see her, but that's less common. So it would be less common to do something like, because I miss my girlfriend, I went to go see her, with I as both of the subjects. It sounds much more natural pretty much all the time to say a different subject before and after kirire. Kie, however, has no such restriction. You can say the same subject or different subjects with kie, and one or the other doesn't sound more natural. So this is just a quirk of kirire, the kirire ending. It's most often used with some sort of different subject, and it's always used followed by some sort of action. Kie, however, doesn't have those restrictions. But both of them are not used when you're talking about the future or making suggestions or making a command. For those, you would instead use the nika ending, as I taught when we did our previous class about nika. Like chu nika, like wear your coat. Because it's cold, wear your coat. Or should we go get something warm to eat? Or something like that. That you can use that with nika, but not with kirire, not with kie. Okay, these are all of the restrictions for this lesson. So I think we're good on time. Do you have any quick questions? I'm going to start doing the sentences. Any quick questions? So let's do our first example. I'm going to check the chat, though, for just a moment. I'm going to write it up, and I'm going to check the chat for just a moment, in case you guys have any questions. 아무도 안 하길래 제가 했어요. Okay. I'll just write this up. Let's check the chat for a moment. You guys doing okay? Toluwainami, you said subject, action, subject? No, that's not what I said. Action would follow at the end. Tiffany State. Yeah, it's okay. No donations. Oh, well. Maybe because it's a more advanced lesson? I don't know. There's a lot of rules. Yeah, Mihal. As far as the rules go, these are actually similar to the regular rules with kitemune. I'm just rephrasing them, at least for the first one. At least for the kie, that one when I was talking about, like, with suggestions and stuff like that. That one's similar, actually, to kitemune anyway. The only thing that's new with the restrictions is that it should follow an action. It should follow with an action. So maybe hada. Maybe let's say I do something hagile hada. So then there's going to be another action after that because I do something. Well, I did something else. or someone else did something else. But there's always some did. There's always some action. Not because I do something, 하길래, it's a descriptive verb, 입니다 or 이에 or anything like that. That's not how this works. So 길래 has to do an action after. 기에 does not. So that's the only important restriction. Like I said, the other thing I said about different subjects is a strong suggestion, but it's not a requirement. If you don't do that, it can make your 길래 sentence sound a little bit awkward, but not completely wrong. Like the Korean might hear it and they're like, yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense like that, but it's not the way that they would actually use it. And that just has to do with how 길래 is used for in casual speech. Since I said it wasn't even accepted as standard Korean until 2011. Oh, Alex Full Metal. Pretty windy up here. It's windy? Oh yeah, you're right. Hey, we're actually losing a little bit of I'll put Alex here. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, we got to get some more fire up here. Okay. Good. Yeah, we were losing some altitude here. Oh! Cool, we got another donation. Who's that? Gianna! Hey, Gianna! Thank you. Nice. 2 donations within the span of a minute. Gianna, thank you. Okay. Nice. I gotta do we're gonna do some stars. Oops. I don't want to break my lights. Okay, let's turn that off. All right, I think we're good. We got enough height here. Whoa, we got too much height. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll have to. I don't want to turn on the fire for a little bit longer. We don't want to drift away into space here or anything. Okay. Yeah, thank you too, both Alex and Jana. Fire and stars. Yeah, donations. We'll do that. Donations will fuel the hot air balloon. Right now, though, I think we have enough height. I don't know if we want to go any higher. I don't want to get lost or anything. Someone asked, can 길래 be used in speaking? Yes, that's what I said. It's perfectly good for speaking. That's the one you want to use. But it's casual, so you're not going to be using it if you're trying to speak formally. All right, so here is our first sentence. 아무도. Now, 아무도 means not anyone, and it's going to be used with a negative verb. It has to be. 아무도, something negative. So here we have 안 하다, to not do. So nobody does it. Does what? Well, 하다, whatever it is. So nobody's doing it. 아무도 안 하길래. Nobody's doing it. So, remember, I said most of the time this will be 2 different subjects. 아무도 is our first subject. So this is not, no one is the subject right now. It's not me, it's nobody didn't do it. So because nobody didn't do it, and it's going to be followed by an action. 제가 했어요. I did it. Nobody else was doing it, so I did it. You know, like, all right, who wants to go? Who wants to do it first? And you're like, okay, I'll do it. And then everyone's like, hey, I wanted to do it. You're like, 아무도 안 하길래 제가 했어요. That's not a good example of the context for this. But anyway, yeah. 아무도 안 하길래 제가 했어요. Nobody was doing it, so I did it. Because nobody is doing it. Or nobody did it. Whatever. 제가 했어요. I did it. Because nobody else was doing it. 아무도 안 하길래 제가 했어요. I did it because nobody else was doing it. And those restrictions I told you are not... When you see a few sentences, it'll be a little bit easier to get. It's not going to be like... You're going to be like thinking when you're making your sentences, oh, I need to make sure I do this, make sure I do this. It kind of has the feeling, 길래 kind of has the feeling that something after it comes with an action. It just has that feeling in it. So yeah, that's the main thing to remember. It's just it gets followed by an action. And that's how it feels different to Koreans. Even though they might not be able to explain it, it feels different than 기에. It feels really different because of that. It has some sort of action that comes after it. 많이 먹다. So here we have some subject. Someone, we don't know who. 많이 먹다, to eat a lot. So because someone's eating a lot, we don't know who. 맛있는 줄 알았지. Oops. 많이 먹길래 마시는 줄 알았지. 마시는 줄 알다. To think or to know that something is possibly true. So I thought 마시는 줄 알았다. Past tense. I thought that it tastes good because someone else, we can assume it's probably you, you're eating a lot. Because you're eating a lot, 많이 먹길래, some sort of action now comes after. And a different subject. The subject switches and it's an action. I 마시는 줄 알았지. I thought it tasted good because you're eating a lot. Like maybe after you finish a meal and your friend's like, wow, that was terrible. You could say, oh really? Oh, 많이 먹길래 마시는 줄 알았지. You're eating so much. I thought it tasted good. So you were eating so much. I thought it tasted good. So those are the two different subjects, you and me. Or it could be about a third party, but probably is you and me. 많이 먹길래, because you are eating a lot, it's because someone is eating a lot. 맛있는 줄 알았지. I thought that it tasted good. So again, 알다, some sort of action. You're thinking something. So I thought. It's not a descriptive verb. 알다, to know. Here, 줄 알다. I think I have another live stream about 줄 알다 too. You should check it out. To think something. At least, it's definitely in my book lessons, and I probably have a video about it. Anyway, so 많이 먹길래 맛있는 줄 알았지. So I saw you're eating, or I thought it tasted good, meaning I thought you liked it. You know, 맛있다 of course means to be delicious, but that's not a good translation. You can say to tastes good. To tastes good. You could say to taste good, or just to like it. Like if you say, oh, 맛있어, 너무 맛있어. You could say, oh, tastes so good. Or you could just translate as like, I really like it. Right? It's kind of a little bit of a vague translating word. 맛있는 줄 알았지. So I thought you liked it because you're eating so much of it. 많이 먹길래 맛있는 줄 알았지. So I thought it tasted good, or I thought you liked it because you're eating a lot. That sort of meaning. Okay. 38. How are we on time? We're good. We're good on time. Okay. And we'll have some time for Q&A after. It's not a very long lesson today. Okay, we got 3 more sentences for this form. 약. Now, 약 is drugs or medicine, but it's the regular word for medicine. If you wanted to say drugs, there'd be a different word you'd use. So, 약을 먹어도. Even if you, in Korean they say eat medicine, 먹다. In English we say take medicine. So even if you take medicine, 먹어도. Let me just write this real quick. 아프길래 병원에 다녀왔어요. Okay. Oh, let me check out the donation. Oh, Ocean Discovery. This is for your internet bill. Nice. Thanks, Ocean Discovery. Thank you. 너무나 감사드립니다, 선생님. Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned that the last couple streams that I paid. Last month I paid to upgrade my internet. I paid $20 more per month, but my speeds are doubled. And since doing that, we've had much more reliable live streams. Really, it's been much higher quality again. But yeah, thanks. Ocean Discovery has taken it upon itself to pay for my internet. Ocean Discovery. Thank you, Ocean Discovery. Huge donation. Let me first do a nice dab. Thank you. And we got to put some more heat into the air balloon. Got to go up. Donations fuel this. We're flying on donations. Okay, I think that's good. All right. I've still never tried kimchi. Oh, it's great. You should totally do it. Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it. All right, so back to the lesson. Oh, it's okay. Someone said stay away from the flame. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. We're not going to get burned here. It's far away. It's like a couple feet away. This is a really big basket we're in, okay? This is like a 20-foot diameter basket that we're in. It's a special one, custom made, just for these live streams. Okay. Someone asked, what does 줄 mean? I didn't teach 줄 in this lesson. I said, I have another live stream about it you can check out though. But it's a very big topic. So, back to the lesson. 약을 먹어도. So even if I eat, even if I take medicine, 아프다, to hurt, it still hurts. 길래. Because it still hurts even when I take medicine. So let me show you the subjects for here. 약을 먹어도 아프길래 병원에 다녀왔어요. Here also the subject is I. So you don't have to have a sentence with two different subjects, but it usually is. Most of the time it is. Now there are some times when you'll see it doesn't, but if you want to make your own sentences and you want to guarantee it'll sound natural, use different subjects. 약을 먹어도 아프길래, because even if I took medicine it hurt, 병원에 다녀왔어요. So 다니다, 다녀오다, to go somewhere, commute somewhere, and then come back. So to go somewhere, stay there for a bit, and then come back. So here it's the hospital. So I took a trip to the hospital, and then came back, 왔어요, because even when I took medicine, I still hurt. Or 아프다 could also be sick. So 아프다 could be, ow, it hurts, or ow, I'm sick. Both of those are 아프다. So even when I took medicine, I was still sick, so I went to the hospital. 약을 먹어도 아프길래 병원에 다녀왔어요. But still, the most important thing about 길래 is that it will be followed by some sort of action. So here, 다녀왔어요. 병원에 다녀왔어요. Because, 길래, casual, like, hey, because of that, like that. Because even when I took medicine, I still hurt. So I went to the hospital. Just pay attention to that. 길래 always has that feeling that when you say 길래, the listener will always have a feeling that some sort of action is going to come after it. So as soon as you hear 길래, even if the sentence ends right here, let's just say this is the whole sentence. This could be the whole sentence. Your friend says, why did you go to the hospital? 오늘 왜 병원 다녀왔어? 오늘 왜 병원에 다녀왔어? Or just asks you, 병원에 다녀왔어? Did you go to the hospital? And you could say, 약을 먹어도 아프길래. Yeah, because even when I took medicine, I hurt. Therefore, they can assume you're connecting it with the previous action that they asked about. You're saying like, yeah, well, I did because no matter what medicine I took, it still hurt. So, 길래 shows that sort of action coming after it. Anyway, let's do the next example. Now, I don't have any examples here that end with 길래, but yeah, you can see it without anything after it too, and it's fine. Just as an ending that means because. Well, yeah, it's because of that. It is because. Okay, next one. 아무 말도, 아무 말도. So nothing, as in 말, words, not saying anything. 아무 말도 안 하다, to not say anything. 안 하길래. So you, probably you, it's not going to be because I am not saying anything. That doesn't make any sense because now you're saying something. It's probably because you or someone else. 아무 말도 안 하길래. Because you are not saying 아무 말, any words, anything. We'd say thing in Korean, though they say 말 whenever that thing is words that someone says. 아무 말도, negative, 안 하다, to not say even any words. 아무 말도 안 하길래, because you're not saying anything. 이해하다, to understand. 이해한 줄. Here the subject is I. 알았어요. So, because you're not saying anything, 아무 말도 안 하길래, I 이해한 줄 알았어요. Thought you understood. 이해한 줄. You understood. 줄, 알다. I thought that you understood because you were not saying anything. So here we have again two different subjects. You didn't say anything. So I thought you understood. 아무 말도 안 하길래 이해한 줄 알았어요. Because you're not saying anything, or just because you're not saying anything, I thought that you understood. I thought you understood because you're not saying anything. Like you're being so quiet, I thought you understood. That sort of meaning. 아무 말도 안 하길래 이해한 줄 알았어요. So again, the person listening will hear kirele, then they're expecting to hear some sort of action. It has to have to do with some sort of action. So whatever action that you're doing or whatever action that someone does or did is because of whatever comes before kirele. That's just kind of what activates when people hear kirele. It's like, oh, it has to do with an action. So that's why it feels different than other forms. Not just that it's a little bit slangy. Because notice, look. What is this? Kirele. Yo. Obviously, kirele is not completely casual, or else it wouldn't work with yo. You'd have to use 알았어. But no, it's fine to use with yo. Just know it's not a formal form. So this could not be used with 알았습니다. That would be formal. It wouldn't be used with other honorifics usually. But it's fine to use with yo form. Just know it's not the most formal version. So if you want to be more formal, you can use 하기에, right? But yeah, so just know kirele is not going to be used with formal speech, but it's still okay to use with yo form speech. It's not too casual. Let me check the chat for a moment. Ocean Discovery. 온몸이 아파요. My whole body 아프다 is what hurts. Because 아프다 is a descriptive verb. It wouldn't be 에. So anyway, 아무 말도 안 하길래 이해한 줄 알았어요. So because you're not saying anything, I thought you understood. Or because you didn't say anything, I thought you understood. Okay. Here's our last sentence. 여자친구, girlfriend. 여자친구가 갑자기, all of the sudden. 갑자기 meaning suddenly or all of a sudden. 갑자기 보고 싶다. 보고 싶다길래. Now, what is this 싶다길래? It's the contraction of anytime you have a quoting form combined with 길래, it just becomes 다길래. What it is 타고 하길래 or 타고 말하길래. I'll write it this way so it's easier to understand. 말하길래. Sorry, I'm writing sideways with the side of my hand so it looks messy, but hopefully you should be able to see that. Okay, so because she said 타고 보고 싶다고 말하다. To say I miss you. To say I want to see you. 말하길래. This contracts to just becoming 다길래. So if you see like 한다길래, if you want to make it yourself, just take the plain form and attach 길래. So here, 싶다 is a descriptive verb, so the plain form is itself. 싶다, done. If this were an action verb, like 하다, it would become 한다, 한다길래. Or if it was a verb ending with a consonant, 는다길래. So 먹다 would become 먹는다길래. Because you said that you are eating, because you said you are doing, because you say you want to see me, because you say you miss me. Just kind of explaining that out in case you're wondering. So it is just the regular 길래 form, but here it's going after the plain form. Again, this is not the dictionary form. It's not 하다길래. It's 한다길래. Its plain form is not the same as the regular form. This is only because it's a descriptive verb that it stays the same. Any action verb, though, will still have to conjugate to the plain form as usual. So, 싶다길래. Because my girlfriend suddenly said she wanted to see me. Or we can think of it like this. My girlfriend suddenly said she wanted to see me, so some sort of action. Well, what's going to happen? Here, the subject is my girlfriend, 여자친구. So my girlfriend suddenly said she wanted to see me. So, because of that, now we're going to do a different subject, and the subject's going to be doing something, right? This is our last sentence. I want you guys to try to finish this sentence. I can tell you what comes after in my example, but I want you guys to try to finish it yourself. How would you finish this sentence? Give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. Avoid the copyright claims. Copyright claims. 여전히 is as always. Yeah, as usual. 사진 보냈어요. JMT, nice. Michelle, yes, correct. I said the lyrics wrong. That's not the only thing I did wrong. 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 내가 저기 갔어요? 갔어? 내가 저기 갔어? If you want to say that, I went there. Okay. 지금 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 카페. Oh, hi, Danny. Why would you go to a cafe? My girlfriend said she misses me, so I just ran to a cafe. Grammatically, yeah, but it doesn't contextually make any sense. Because of quarantine, I couldn't go to her house. We'll try to make that sentence in Korean. 일하는 회사에서 에 갔어요. Not 에서. 에서 would be from. 친구 집에 Tiffany, stay. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. 달려가 친집 친구? Ariane, nice. JMT, nice. Riulia, nice. To avoid her. My girlfriend said she missed me, so I just ran to the nearest cafe. Turned off my phone. Okay. 만나려고 했어요. Okay. I want to try to meet her. All right. I reserved a movie ticket. Okay, you might want to go for some more contextual relation there. Like I told her let's watch a movie, or I said I bought a movie ticket for us to go see a movie together, or something like that, instead of just she missed me, so I bought a movie ticket. Like, why did you think about it in English? My girlfriend said she missed me, so I bought a movie ticket. Like, grammatically you're okay, but what does that even mean? Like, why did you just buy a movie ticket? You'd say something like, my girlfriend said she missed me, so I said, let's go see a movie. Now, you can say, I said, past tense, let's go see a movie. You're not making a suggestion in that sentence. You're not saying, because my girlfriend said she missed me, let's go see a movie. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense in English either. It has to be something that you do or something that you did because of whatever comes before 길래. I'm just giving you guys some tips. So think about it a little bit more. 길래 우리가 만나는 계획을 만들었어요. Okay, I get what you're trying to say, Letitia. You're on the right track. Very good. So I made plans for us where we meet. Okay, it's not the most natural sentence, but yeah, you got the right context. Good context. Okay. 네, 만나고 싶었는데 바빠서 못 갔어요. No, throw away, because that doesn't make sense logically, because my girlfriend said she missed me, so because of that, I want to meet her, but I'm so busy I cannot meet her. Doesn't make any sense, because you're saying because of, what happened because of? Well, now you're saying because she missed me, well, I'm too busy and I can't meet her. It wouldn't go with like that. Is it because she said she missed me, I told her I miss her too, even though I can't meet her? That might work. But just think about it in English. If you get stuck on how to use it in Korean, think about it in English. What would make sense in English? Try to translate your sentence to English and see what it makes sense still in English. And if not, then probably wouldn't match in Korean either. Okay. 우리가 식당에 갔어요. Well, okay, think about this, Anim. So, because my girlfriend suddenly said she missed me, we went to a cafe. Did you? Right away? Like she said, oh, I miss you. So we went to a cafe? You might say 바로, right away. But it kind of sounds a little bit awkward. You're like, well, she said she missed me, so we went to a cafe. Like, I guess so, but it doesn't sound very natural. Like the context. I'm not talking about your Korean. The Korean is fine. I'm talking about the context of it. The nuance. What did we say? Yeah, the context would be the best word. Doesn't match with the context. Like, my girlfriend suddenly said she missed me, so we went to a cafe. We went to a cafe because my girlfriend suddenly said she missed me. Like, okay, could be, but you might want to add in some more stuff to add details to that. Like, when did you go to a cafe? You might want to say something like 바로, right away. Because my girlfriend said she missed me, I said, let's go to a cafe right away. Or my girlfriend said she missed me, so because of that, we went to a cafe right away. Some sort of extra context that helps the listener understand what you're talking about. Because if you just say, well, like, my girlfriend said she missed me, so we went to a cafe, it's like, well, wait, when did she say she missed you? Like, how did you just go to a cafe? Why did she say she missed you if you can just so easily go to a cafe? It just kind of like brings up other questions about like what's going on. Like, my girlfriend suddenly said she missed me, so I told her, let's, as soon as we can, let's meet again. Or I sent her a letter or something like that. Some sort of thing you do as a result of something. 만나서? No, you don't want to say that, Michelle. That has a different meaning. Do not say that. You can say 만나러 갔어요. I went to meet him. Okay. Anyway, let me give you an example. Careful though. I'll just say, Michelle, 하다 means to do. Just be careful how you use it. All right. So let's do our last sentence. 사진을, some of you guys had this kind of similar sentence. 사진을 찍다 means to take a picture. So 사진을 찍어서, so I took a picture and then 보내, you can still see it down there. Yeah. 보내줬어요. Okay. 여자친구가 갑자기 보고 싶다길래, because my girlfriend suddenly said she misses me, I, in the subject of the second part, 사진을 찍어서 보내줬어요. I took a picture and sent it to her. 여자친구가 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 사진을 찍어서 보내줬어요. So my girlfriend said, oh, I miss you so much, suddenly. Like, okay. And I took a picture, sent it to her. So now she can see me. 보고 싶다. She said she wants to see me, so I sent her a photo. Anyway, 여자친구가 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 사진을 찍어서 보내줬어요. So my girlfriend suddenly said that she missed me. So, because of that, so I took a photo and sent it to her. 사진을 찍어서 보내줬어요. So because my girlfriend suddenly said she wanted to see me, or she missed me, I took a photo and sent it to her, or I sent her a photo. 여자친구가 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 사진을 찍어서 보내줬어요. All right. That is... Oh, Muku. Thanks, Muku. Thanks, Muku. Every donation powers the hot air balloon for today. So we got a little bit of air. Thanks, Muku. Still a little bit of air, not too much. Don't want to go too high in this thing. All right. So that is all the sentences for the lesson today. Now I will take questions for just about 10 minutes. Then we'll end the live stream. Today was kind of a short live stream. Kind of like it. I get a little bit crazy when I end up finishing the entire container of caffeine that I make. So this is good. I didn't have to drink too much today. Dab and fuel time. Yes. What are your thoughts on repetitive listening method? SpongeMind, he's got some great ideas. I like him. Yeah, he has a lot of unique ideas for helping to improve Korean. Now, there are lots of different methods, lots of different tricks for studying Korean, but just keep in mind there are no shortcuts. So you might think like, wow, look at this method. No one does this. Wow, it seems like such a perfect method. It's not a shortcut. It's just another way that not a lot of people go. But you're good. You can do that too. Add it in. Add it into whatever else you're already doing. There are a lot of different methods like that. Oh, Lynn. Hey, Lynn Barsh. Thank you. I just can't spell it. Can't spell it properly. That's right. It's Bart and with an SCH at the end. Barsh, thank you. Got to do a dab. Oh, wait. We got to do a dab party for that. Thank you. Why don't you use the past tense verb stem if the whole sentence is in past tense? Because you don't need to. Korean typically does that. A lot of these verb connectors in Korean. So things like, well, there are some where you have to use only present tense, like the so connector. You have to say 해서. You can't say 했어서. Actually, some people do, but it's wrong. It sounds really weird. Other ones it just prefers. Like things like 고, so like 하고, doing something and. Now you can use past tense here if your sentence ends with past tense. So let's say 했어요. Let's do 공부하고 설거지 했어요. 공부하고 설거지 했어요. So I studied and did the dishes. Well, here, cool. Past tense, 했어요. You could say 공부했고 설거지 했어요. I studied and then I did the dishes. You can. It just sounds a bit awkward. It's not necessary to use past tense inside of a sentence. Most of the time they keep sentence connectors using with the present tense unless you need to emphasize that it's past tense. If there's some need that you have to say, I studied, and then after I studied, then I did the dishes, yeah, it just sounds a bit weird. It's in some cases where you might want to do that, but most of the time, no. 공부하고 설거지 했어요. Same with 길래. I do something present tense and then present tense or past tense here. You don't need to do 했길래. Because he did that, yeah, you might want to say that. 하길래 is fine. They get the tense from the ending of the sentence. And a lot of forms are like that. You don't need to use past tense as long as your sentence ends with past tense. This means past tense too. Like I said, unless you need to emphasize that, no, this was also past tense, then okay, you can do that. Otherwise, no, just use present tense. It's easier for conjugating too. If you want to add tense to your sentence, just do it at the very end. Like I said, sometimes when you might want to do it, if you're saying like a really long sentence, like you're telling a story, 거기 그 다음에는 막 학교에 갔고, 그리고 뭐, I don't know, like you can say some long sentence and you want to make sure while you're talking that they know you're talking about past tense, not like present tense, but they'll know still by the context that you're talking about. Like you're telling a story, they'll know you're talking about past tense, 가고, 하고, whatever. You don't need to say 했고, like past tense like that. The same with 길래. Dab party forever, okay? I knew that it's still dab party. I knew that. The party just doesn't stop, okay? Just never ends. Party never ends. Party never stops, guys. Party forever. That's why you guys are here, just to party, right? Okay, that's probably really loud. Let me stop that. Okay, we're back. I knew that. I was just playing with you guys. All right. Any other questions? Preferably questions related to the live stream, but it doesn't have to be. It can be other Korean questions. And you get preference if you're a member, but you don't have to be a member to ask questions. Example of 길래 with a question. 어디 가길래? 있나요? Letitia, can you give me an example of what you would mean in English? And I can try to translate it into Korean. I have a question. Why did you do that? This is probably what my sleep paralysis Steven looks like. That's nice. Because my girlfriend said she missed me, I wanted to meet her. But I was busy, so I couldn't. No. 길래, remember, has to be followed by an action. Something you do or something you did. If you say, I want to meet you, but I couldn't meet you, you didn't do anything. You're just saying, I wanted to meet you. It doesn't really quite make sense. You could say, my girlfriend said she missed me, but 여자친구가 만나고 싶다고 했는데. You don't need to use the 길래 form because 길래, like I said, is because. Because of something, I do something, or someone does something or did something. Not because of this in every situation. For that, you can just use the 는데 form. Like my girlfriend said she missed me. See, notice you even in your English translation, but I was busy. You just say 여자친구가 만나고 싶다고 했는데 너무 바빠서 못 만난다고 했어요. I said I can't meet her because I'm so busy. Like that. You don't need to say 여자친구가 보고 싶다길래 근데 but 하지만 너무 바빠서 못 만나. Like it's not necessary. It sounds awkward. 길래 is always going to be followed by some sort of action that you do or some sort of action that you did. Or, well, someone else. It doesn't have to be you. That's the thing to keep in mind with 길래. You don't need to say, well, I want to meet you. And because she said that, but I can't meet her and I'm too busy. Kind of like that doesn't really match. Even if you could make the sentence, it would sound awkward. Just because 길래 is doing something as a result of something. If that makes sense. Korean people used to use Chinese? No, Korean people never spoke with Chinese. Unless you're talking about writing, in which case only a very small percentage of Koreans wrote in Chinese. What is the most common question you make? What do you mean, teacup? What do you mean, questions? Can we use 느라고 as the only one subject form of 길래? Is this confusing? Oh, I see what you're talking about. You can use your... No, I gave an example of 길래 with the same subject. And they're not the same. 느라고 doesn't just mean because of anyway. I have a different lesson about 느라고. You should check that out. But also in this lesson today, I gave an example where the subject was the same. Newspaper, obviously don't memorize a lot. Yeah, Binky, there's about 2,000. If you want to learn all of the ones that you might come in contact with in Korean, it's 2,000. That doesn't mean you need all 2,000, but if you want to actually be able to read everything that's written in Korean, like in Korea, that could possibly be written with characters, it's about 2,000. You can do most stuff, though, with only a few hundred. Like most things you'll see aren't going to use... and that 2,000 isn't even a lot. That's the small amount, because in Chinese, actually, there are tens of thousands, and I think typically people know over like 10,000 or something how to, read the characters. But yeah, in Korea, though, as well as Japanese, I think it's a similar number. It's about 2,000. 갑자기 보고 싶다길래 전화했어요. Yeah, that's nice. So because my girlfriend said she suddenly misses me, I called her. 전화를 했어요. Yeah. Good. So I did something as a result of something else. Okay. You don't need them even to read a newspaper. It depends on the newspaper, Muku. Some newspapers still use hanja, but yeah, like you can get away with not knowing it for the most part, but sometimes titles will still use hanja in them pretty commonly. Like country names will use them, numbers will use them. People's last names, like important last names, so like presidents' last names, they'll use them. Stuff like that, you'll still see them. But you don't need hanja in general. So if you just want to like scan the regular like online news, you don't need them. But for physical news, they still do use it quite a lot. Japanese. Now, Japanese is actually similar. I think it's also about 2,000-ish for the daily use ones, just like Korea. Now, if you'll need more for people's names. But in general, yeah, I think it's just also 2,000 about. So it's not too bad, but you have to learn them. Whereas in Korean, you don't. So that's the difference. Like, yeah. Hanja is what I see in K-dramas. I don't think they're going to use hanja in K-dramas. You might see it in signs, like store signs might have some hanja here and there. Most of the time that I see hanja used in Korea outside of newspapers is for puns, making jokes, or advertising. It's just a kind of a fun way to look cool. Like you'll put a hanja for something. I think, let me see if I write this right. Is this, did I write it wrong? Is it this way? I think it's this way. Let me check. Real quick. Yeah, I got it. Okay. This is the hanja In Korean, they read it as 털. So this is hair or fur on an animal, but it's read as 모. So the way to read it is 모. The meaning is 털. So I saw I saw a parlor. I was walking through a building. I saw a parlor that had all written on the door. Can you guys get this joke? This funny joke. 뭐가 문제야? 뭐가 문제야? 뭐, like as in 뭐, like what? 뭐, or even in slang, people might say 뭐, like Busan, they'll say that as well. 뭐가 문제야? What's the problem? Or 뭐, hair. 뭐가 문제야? Is hair a problem? And it was a waxing clinic. So I've seen a lot of this type of usage where they'll use 한자 as on advertising just to kind of be funny, or just, it makes you think about, because it has a double meaning. You'll find this everywhere. You see some sign, they'll have like, the word for, they'll write something to make it look like an object. Like the hanja for nose, they wrote it to look like a nose. And then they had like the word, I think the word's be. They had that in the sentence, like trying to make it like a pun. So yeah, use hanja all the time for like advertising and signs. But I'm not a hanja master. I can read at least several hundred, but I can't write that many, because you just don't really need to write them. Anyway, what's the difference between 뜻 and 마치? That would be a whole nother lesson. 뜻 would be a whole topic in itself. Though 뜻 is used as a grammar form, 마치 is just used as an adverb, so that's one thing. Yeah, so everyone, thank you for coming, and hold on. Oh no, I think I passed it. I think I passed my mom's house. Oh no. Hold on, we got to turn this thing around, guys. Got to turn this around. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Gosh, I'm going to be really late. Okay. Thanks for coming everyone, and I will see you guys again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. Oh no, I'm sorry, Mom. Going to be a little late. Yeah, Mom. I'm on my way. Yeah. Maybe another hour. Bye.